Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's edition of WCM Supplier Showcase. This week I'm joined by Rodrigo, Sales and Marketing Manager here for Moskinto USA. Now, Rodrigo, I'll leave the introduction to you, but you guys are based out in Dallas, Texas. Just talk to us a little bit about, how you got started and what prompted you guys to come up with this amazing line of products.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. It's great to meet you and excited to speak to the Woodall's audience. For us, Moskinto was really the product of German ingenuity, as they say it. It was a product that was developed in Germany in 2016. So in 2016, it was a husband and wife team, Andy and Davina, who worked together and used their principles of kinesiology in order to develop what we now call Moskinto, the original itch relief patch. That, if you all haven't seen it before, it looks like that. It's this really cool grid shaped design, a small adhesive patch that I'll show you guys here in a second. And using kinesiology, essentially, it creates a mechanical lifting effect, allowing for instant chemical free itch relief. So, over time, what the brand has been able to do in terms of gaining the trust and uh, credibility throughout its function and all of that has been really awesome to see both kids and adults engage with this brand.
So you guys offer both the repellent as well as the itch relief patch, so sort of both sides of the sort of bug prevention product line. And I'm going to pull up a PDF here that we can walk through that describes some of the benefits, and then we'll get into even some of the merchandising and just the product offering suite that you guys have. Rodrigo, can you just talk a little bit about the product and really what's the unique features of this that make it so great?
Yeah, no, absolutely. The repellent was started in early of last year, and what's been really exciting is that we've been able to continue the success of that skin friendly and fun branding that goes uh, also in line with what we're trying to do here is to create better products for the whole family that are truly effective. Um, and so traditionally, and there we have some of the founders or the founders from Germany that started the that invented the patches. And if we go to the next slide, I guess we can talk a little bit about why this product and why we're speaking to Woodalls, right? Because I think at the end of the day, what we quickly found out is that mosquitoes are mosquito bites are a problem that affect absolutely everyone. And it's interesting because some people get absolutely attacked and others not, right? When you look at who the biggest targets of mosquitoes, of course, are going to end up being campers, right? And that's something that takes away from the experience. But we're in pharmacies, we're in hardware stores, we're in convenience stores, hotels,
Even I see
because
the KOA brand within our own camping space. Everybody in our market knows KOA campgrounds, and so as you said, it's a great place to be able to get that and prevent some of those things when you're out camping.
yeah, no, 100%. At the end of the day, we always say it's Mosquito allows people to elevate the experiences of their guests, but of course, their own experiences. But going back to the question about a repellent that we recently launched, the repellent is a unique formula that has been patented due to its water-based composition. So I'll show you right here, our product because what repellents have traditionally done right with their formulas is have them be alcohol based, and that in one part could leave you greasy and oily and sticky. This is a really game changing formulation that has moisturizing capabilities. So the EPA
And even I've seen it in the
regulates.
office too. It's really light, like it's a very almost more like a mist type spray than more of like that heavy aerosol where you feel like you said, almost
Yeah.
gross. Like you're putting a bunch of this, like, what is going on my skin right now? That's sort of how you feel after a traditional. This one is much, much lighter, which I enjoyed just from the user experience.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a repellent you'll actually want to apply is what, we say a lot. Why? Because, like, yeah, typically that's not the case, right? This is a 14-hour repellent, which the EPA approves that claim, right? And they're really strict, right, with what you're able to say with your formula, right? So, more so apart from the water-based aspect of it, it is also pregnancy friendly, which speaks to how safe it is, of course.
Right.
But what I really love is the fact that this product combines that side with the extreme outdoor capability. So it is an extreme outdoor capable repellent, um, and
It's like
something
that
as
that heavy
well.
heavy protection, but it's also really safe around your kids, around your family. As you said, pregnant women. Like it's sort of the best of both worlds, where you're going to get that long lasting, but it's also safe to be around.
Yeah, exactly. It's really tough on insects, but it remains gentle on your skin. And so at the end of the day, it's a product that because it's light, because it has a fresh scent, so it actually doesn't smell like overpowering or anything. It's just a really nice, light, fresh, clean scent. It's something that you can put on in the morning, right? We know a lot of people, especially in your industry, in your audience, in your space and our space, have to get up early and apply repellent, right, to go to
Mm-hmm.
work. So this is a product that wouldn't be a problem at all. It would be something you look forward to after you take a shower, apply it, and it'll,
And they're good to
you
go
know,
all day.
yeah.
Right. Rodrigo,
So
talk a
yeah.
little bit about that itch relief patch, and then we'll dive in. Now that we just touched on the repellent, we'll talk about the patch now, which would be, obviously after you got bit by something,
Hmm.
it's sort of that itch reliever. And then we'll dive in and talk a little bit about all of the merchandising displays and the amount of options. Obviously, our audience is a lot of consumers who could purchase this product online, but also people who can sell this in their camp store and use this as a way to protect their guests, keep all of those mosquitoes away, and also make a little bit of additional income through all of the merchandising displays and options that you have available.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's always funny because people ask, when do you, so, okay, you have the repellent and the patches, right? Is it because the repellent is not working, or which one do you apply first? But no, obviously, it's not the case. We started the whole brand with Moskinto patches. And naturally we were able to develop and release this repellent that now puts us kind of in this full circle space that we're continuing to build. But the patches, so yeah, they started in 2016, and so if you could pull up the PDF, just I'd love to show a little bit about the main features. But this is an awesome campground product. Um, to have at campground stores, of course, but also just to have in your gear bag.
It's really
To
small, like as far as a case is to just throw it in your purse or throw it in your camping bag or take it with you when you're out and about.
Yeah, no, so we have so the one that you're seeing there on the screen is what we call the travel pack. It's a 24 count unit, and inside of it has they're all kind of beige color tone products. So I'll pull this out, which is within of the unit of the travel pack. So this is a nice portable
Super
kit.
thin, super nice. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so when you pull this out here, every one of these, so you just peel this off, right? And all you have to do is put it right on the bite. And it's really impressive how within seconds the itch will go away. So it's really uh, for me when I first started working with it and having it on the bites, it would be impressive just within seconds the itching stops. And so that is due to our we have a patent pending on the patch itself, because what happens is that there's a lifting effect And that subtle lift, it's a mechanical lift, will allow the insect's anticoagulant to be drained away through your body's lymphatic system. So, essentially you have a mosquito, or it's even, has worked on ants. I've tried myself. And when they leave a bite, right, they're going to have that anticoagulant that will allow them to, uh, not have any problems when they're taking our blood, right? So at the end of the day, that is for our body a really annoying problem.
Let's shift gears slightly here, and I've got on the screen here, and I know you've got a couple things even in front of you live that we can show as far as the different retail merchandising categories and cases that are available. And again, shifting gears and talking a little bit about, if you're a park owner out there and you want to carry some of these innovative products, it's something that's unique, that's in your camp store, that is going to be, good for your campers. That's something that's going to be able to provide them with this relief and something you can sell and make some additional income in your camp store. These are some of the options that are available. So, Rodrigo, can you just talk through a little bit about that? And like I said, some of the merchandising options that park owners can buy and put in their camp store.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have some of them here, as you mentioned, but this is a really great item for the campground store. And I like it because it's very versatile. So it has, its display here that you can just sit on the counter, but you can also just kind of pull these off and put them in hooks and that kind of a thing. So each one of these has 24 patches inside, and our other
Super nice
version.
packaging too. I mean, I know a lot of times camp owners are fighting for space. So anything that's, thin or tabletop, like the variety of uses that you can display it, I think that's a huge selling point as well.
Yeah, and something that people tell us all the time is that the packaging from a branding and from a design perspective is really fun and different for them, because it really tells the users what it is right away, right? You see our little cartoon mosquito
Exactly.
that we've actually turned into a little stuffed animal here, and will be
Love
available
that.
very soon for everybody. But yeah, it's let me show you here. Yeah, it's a fun brand overall. But so this is our sliding box, we call, and this is more geared for impulse, right? Same thing. If you don't have a lot of space, more grab and go.
Mm-hmm.
This So inside is the same thing inside of the other version that I showed you, but it's just going to be 15 units. Uh, this one has 10 units. This is 15 units, and then this one is a new design for packaging that has 12 tins. It used to come in six, but people would go through them pretty fast. So we decided
Too
to,
quickly, right?
yeah. So this is really nice. The product is really intriguing to people. So especially for campground stores, I think this one has a different appeal as well. And so something that's really cool for campgrounds, and whenever we go to shows, right, we're participating a lot at the big industry events for this space, because as we've said, this is something that for us, the number one customer, or the number one person who's going to be attacked by mosquitoes, is of course going to be campers, outdoor enthusiasts, right? So whenever we go to these events, by far the top seller ends up being our, what we call our counter display, um, which is a very fun way to really put the entire merchandising piece together. So essentially, you have our hanging boxes here, and very cool because it explains, a lot of its display explains different ways that the products work, and allows you to educate your consumers. And it's super fun, right? You
It's sort
don't
of
see a lot
that
of
display
displays
that
like
sells
this.
itself too. That
Yeah.
it can just sit there and it just through the product mix will just show people exactly, here's what this one does, here's what this product does, and allows you to just display it in that nice way, which I love.
Yeah, and something that happens all the time is, once you decide to purchase one of our itch relief patches, um, 9 times out of 10, if you're needing to if you don't have repellent yet and you see this one here and look at the benefits and everything, you may be encouraged to go ahead and try it. So yeah, it's really cool. As you said, it sells itself, helps you sell it, so you don't have to constantly be you know getting into explanations and that kind of thing. But it does have 12 of our tins here, and through these tins and the hanging and the repellent and all that, it becomes a really nice item for campgrounds. And we also have right here, I mean, this was just sent to all the different campgrounds and stores like that as well. We like to provide whatever possible to, just encourage people to stay educated on their products and to encourage the sales. But there on the PDF you're showing, so we have at the bottom right, those are our two new items that are launching very soon. And one of them has actually just 12 patches, which is going to be great for impulse items. So it's going to be a lower MSRP at $3.99,
Mm-hmm.
which will be awesome. And then at the far right, you have our 1 ounce repellent with our 12 patches. So that is going to be a very cool combo. And, we'll be merchandising them in a lot of different fun ways as well. This is our classic clip strip, right? And so that would be great. And yeah.
Lots of different options as far as merchandising. And as you said, some upcoming shows. You can go online and look at this. As we wrap up here, just talk a little bit about, where can people go to either reach out to you, get more information about the brand, and really just start to dive in and purchase these products as we're heading up and gearing into the summer season.
Yeah, absolutely. So the best way is going to be reaching out via email at hello@moskintousa.com. And Moskinto is just Moskinto USA. So hello@moskintousa.com. And there, yeah, well, I mean, we don't have any minimum order quantities, and we're very accessible. If you guys jump on our website, you'll see tons of different ways to contact us. But yeah, hopefully we are able to meet some of you all at the trade shows. If you all work with some distributors and you would like for them to carry Moskinto, please, let them know. And we're working every day to grow our reach across America through strategic distributors and retail partners that everybody knows. And so we have a lot of exciting things coming for this brand, especially towards the end of this year. We're positioned to keep growing it and hopefully become that household item that you can be happy to find in your drawer or in your gear bag as you go camping. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And just for anybody listening, we'll have the Moskinto website linked below, so you're able to click on that, easily see all of the things that we talked about today, and look at how you can get them in your hands. The bugs are out there for this summer season, so it's great to get it before you're going to need it and be prepared. So, Rodrigo, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Alex. I appreciate it.
Thanks for listening to WCM Supplier Showcase. This show is available as a video on Facebook and YouTube, and also available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.